Hello beer tubers, welcome to another beer review with me, Peter the Master of Puppets, again joined by Luba. Today we're sitting up around the Chama area where
Brazosa.
Yeah, that's somehow, I guess that's how
doesn't sound right, but it's classy.
Yeah. Well, we're camping up here, thought we'd do a beer review in the forest. And today we're going to be looking at the New Belgium Shift Lager. It's a brand new beer from New Belgium in a big tall boy can. It's a pale lager too.
Haven't had it. I have had a lot of New Belgiums. Fort Collins base, but I haven't had this one, so I'm excited here.
Yeah, it's like one of the newer beers. It's 5%, and they only serve it in cans.
I'm gonna pour this for you, and then you're gonna crack me mine.
So yeah, Luba's gonna pour it. It's a 5% pale lager. What I've been hearing about it, it's going to be a little more hoppy than your average lager, and it's going to be a little more bitter too. So it's going to be interesting seeing how the Shift Pale Lager is compared to the average American Pale Lager. So we got the Shift Pale Lager poured here, and it's a little darker than your average Pale Lager. Luba doesn't have a glass because this is the only
way to drink it out of a can like a man.
No, I think it's actually meant to be drunk out of the can, but it's like a huge four-finger head, white. What do you call the color on it?
It's kind of like a goldeny amber. Like, it's really not that light yellow. It's got more of that golden color to it. I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I'd agree. It's like a golden kind of color to it. Do you want to take the aroma?
Well, can I sniff out of that cup?
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm not going to sniff it out of the can.
Very floral.
Very good scent. Very floral?
Yeah, floral. Like flowers.
Yeah. Not very hoppy. Didn't get the hops that much.
It's a little more hoppy, though, than your average, like, lager.
Well, yeah, but in the smell, I'm getting more, the flowery, the floral aroma.
I'll smell it the can, then. It's super floral, I think. It's not as hoppy like some of those over-hopped American lagers, but some grassy kind of notes. Maybe it's like some sweetness, like almost sugary, sweet kind of malt flavor to it.
I mean, I can't get that in my nose at all.
Nah.
Then again, I don't got the best honker, if you know what I'm saying.
It smells a little bit more. Smells a little more like enticing than your average lager, I'd say.
Enticing. So you're enticed by this beer. You're feeling a bit of anxiety and greatness towards it.
That is true, sir.
Ooh.
Do you want to give it a taste?
We'll see what happens then.
Cheers. That's the Sasquatch in the background.
They're real.
Yeah.
Sounds of nature.
Pretty much like your average lager, but it's a little more bitter.
Yeah, it's a little bit more bitter than a lot of New Belgiums I've had. I've had the Fat Tire and I've had Snow Day in the summer. I like it. I'm still a fan of the original, but I gotta say, yeah, it's just a little bit more bitter than the original.
Yeah, it's very floral. I get a lot of like floral notes to it.
Yeah,
like floral and like hoppy bitterness. It's kind of hoppy for a lager.
For a lot. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I don't know. I do like the taste of it. It tastes pretty smooth and pretty good.
And it's pretty drinkable too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You could put a couple of these back and feel fine. I would imagine. I haven't done it yet, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but it's pretty tasty. I get a little bit of like a sweet caramel sweetness almost in the back end. Caramel, or it's like almost a sweet sugary or something.
Like a toffee or a caramel?
Yeah, something like that. Just a sweetness lingering on the back end. Like you get the bitterness and then you have some sweetness lingering.
Yeah, you really taste the bitter the second you throw it back on your palate, but then once you clear it, I mean, I guess I feel the sweetness. I don't think there's a lot, but there is some.
Yeah, there's a solid amount of sweetness for it. I mean, for a lager that usually is not too flavorsome, I think this is pretty tasty.
Oh yeah.
I really like that it has that floral kick to it.
New Belgium's pretty solid. I've actually been to their brewery and had it fresh and it was good. Not this, obviously. I have Fat Tire, but it was still good.
Rating wise for me, I'm gonna give it a 78, close to an 80. This is one of the more tasty lagers I've had in a long time. I like that it has that floral and hoppy kick to it, like a little bit of citrus. Not grapefruit really, but more like a sweet citrusy flavor, and that it's got an intense kind of floral character to it, which is really nice. It's maybe a little too intense for a lager, but I think it works well.
Yeah. I'm kind of biased. I'm from Colorado. Been up to Fort Collins a bunch. I like my New Belgiums, but it's not my favorite New Belgium I've ever had. So I'll probably go with probably like an 81 or an 82. I'm going to put it in the 80s because it's pretty solid. I do like the flavor of it.
So that does it for this beer review, guys. Remember to let us know what you think of the New Belgium Shift if you've had it. I think it's a pretty solid lager, especially from coming from this guy who's a lager drinker.
Indeed.
So, yeah, guys, that's just for this beer review. So let us know what you think of the New Belgium Shift if you've had it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter, and we're going to say cheers.
Cheers.
And we're going to see you guys in another beer review. Bent.